In the previous episode, we begin our journey from city Anandpur Sahib to Delhi, covering 20 different asthans. We finished the episode in the Rohtak, where we spent the night in Delhi. And now we pick up today's episode, travel to Agra, final asthan that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji visits before they go towards Delhi to attain their Shaheedi. Let's go there right now. We are 5 minutes away, but Bhai Sahib came here last year, Bhai Singh, and he said that it's really tight even when you have to walk it. So yeah, man, it's crazy. I was saying to the Singhs yesterday that we came here 3 weeks ago to Delhi to do Ardas to start this, and you saw that in the episode 1, and these 3 weeks have flown by so quickly. And literally we've been on the go every single day. The most time we spend at one place is 3 days, I think. 2 or 3 days is the maximum we spend in one place, so we've just been moving. Generally, majority of the time we spend one day, like one night in one place, and we move on. So we've just been on the go every single day, from one place to another, from the Nevas to a hotel to Airbnb, wherever we can find that is the cheapest, unless you're Gurdwara and you want to spend money, because Gurdwara likes to spend money. But chalo, that's a discussion for another day. Yeah, we've been going from one place to the other, and I think in the whole time we've been here, we've only had 2 days where we've rested. And I say that loosely because one day was in Amritsar Sahib, but we spent the whole day traveling there. And Gurka didn't rest that day. He went with the Veracity lot to film some stuff. And the other time was during the Kavis and talks and stuff, and we still went to the Haveli to check that out. So I don't think we literally had any day off. And now Bhai Singh, being a crazy guy, he's gonna go do a talk tomorrow as well. So there's no rest in that respect. So yeah, we're here now, about 2 minutes away. So let's go check out the Asthan. Any thoughts from you guys? How you find the trip?
I'd be very emotional, especially at this point of time, is because if you look at the history, right, this is where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj gave he gave himself in. He got captured here, right, and that's where Maharaj is then goes to Delhi. Yeah, so it's interesting. This is the can we say the second last place Maharaj Ji has been, na Sukhdeep, Maiji's place.
Yeah, you could say, unless there's something at the house that we've missed or it hasn't been documented. So yeah,
exactly.
So Guru Sahib courted arrest.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they went straight to Delhi.
Yeah, not where we're going right now, but the next place which we're gonna go to after, as in this city. But first to go to Maikathan, which we'll find out about, and then when we go to Gurka Taal, that's where Bhai Sahib's talking about. So we just had darshan of this asthan, Gurdwara Sahib, where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji came. But interestingly, reading the board and what the itihas is here, and we can do the vichar afterwards of how itihas is a little bit different. But the Mai Asthan that we've come to, the individual that stayed here, the Mata Ji, her name was Bhai Jasi Ji, and she was a Sikh from the time of Guru Tegh Ji Maharaj. So during the time of Sri Guru Tegh Ji Maharaj Ji, Bhai Jasi Ji, she was actually Upashik. She used to worship Krishna Ji. She had a murti of Krishna as well. And what she would do is that she'd have this murti and she would dance and she would dance or maybe sing as well around this murti and so on at that time. And she had darshan of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. She asked Updesh from Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Very interestingly, at that time, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, they would chant the Shabad in Telangarag that we read in Shabad Azare, Yanariye Manara Kahe Karehe, Apanere Kar, Har Rango Kina Manehe, Sohnere Tana Kambalie, Bahar Kya Tudehe. Very famous Shabad. It's actually one of my favorite Shabads recently because it's such beautiful Pradesh. They say, meaning that, oh, you know, you foolish lady. But they're speaking to all of us, like the foolish soul bride. Yanariya mandara kahe karehe. Mandara means like hankar, pride. Kahe karehe. Why do you have such pride? Why do you have this pride inside your mind? Sohanere tanakam maliye. Bahar kya tu rehe. They say that Soho, that one Vaiguruji, Sohanere, that Vaiguruji is so close to us. Yanari mandara kahe kare apnare kar har rango ki na manehe. That apne kar, meaning in your own body, inside you, apnare kar har Vaiguruji, they're talking about, har rango ki na manehe. That why don't you see that one Vaiguruji inside you? That you're looking outside, you're looking at this murti, at this patthar or whatever it is, and you think God is inside there, but Vaiguruji is inside you. Sohanere tan kamaliye. They said that Soho Vaiguruji is so close to you. Bahar kya tu hai? Why are you looking outside for? Look inside. So they gave this Updesh to Bibi Jasi Ji, and they took upon the Updesh inside their life, and they became a Sikh of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. So Isastan, this place where we are right now, this became like a dharamsala where Sangat would come and join. That's during the times of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Then going forward to Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji, Bhai Gurdas Ji at that time, they also came, it says, for 2.5 years in the Sikhi Prachar. फिर Bhai Gurdas Ji to baad फिर Shewe Pash Ji Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji came here as well and blessed Mata Ji with their darshan. So that is just the first 6 Guru Sahiban, that history. And they say that Mata Ji, Bibi Jasi Ji, she was about 175 years old, 5 years old, you know, at this moment in time. And look at Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, they were the father of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji came here on one day Udasiya, Guru Sahib Ji started the Udasiya, you know, after their 30s. I think some sources say they were 28 when they got married, but I'm not going to say that's the answer because someone might tell me off, give it the wrong answer. But that one source I'm sure says that. But Guru Sahib Ji was easily in their 20s or 30s when they started traveling. And this is when they're coming back from the south, from Dakhan wale paase, they were coming back. And when Guru Sahib Ji came here, you know, this is going into the 1500s. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji must have came here. So my Bibi Jasi Ji being 175 meant that from 1500 to 1675, that's 175 years. So, you know, she would have been around the time of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji came in 1665, which Bhai Balwinder Singh Ji will tell you about, when Guru Sahib Ji travelled to Malabar. So we did the travels earlier, we didn't know, but according to this Itihas, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji came in 1665 and then again in 1675. So we'll let Balwinder Singh share that with you, but I thought we'll split up the history. It's really cool. So let's go find out what happened when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji came here.
So Sangat Ji, at this very place, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj visited twice. So the first time was in 1665. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj came here and he met Mata Jasi Ji. At that point of time, Mata Ji prepared a than, which basically means a roll of cloth, and she gave it to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And Maharaj Ji, being happy, he gave the varta that this place would be called as my than. And the second benti that Mata Jasi Ji did was, Sache Pasha, at this very place, there's no water which is drinkable. And she did benti ki Maharaj, please do parupakar, please bless the Sangat over here as well. And Maharaj, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj themselves did the, I would say, inauguration of this coup over here, and it's still preserved over here by the Sangat. Now, after that, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj went, and the second time when they returned to this place was when they were going to Delhi, right? At that point of time, remember, Mata Jasi Ji's age was 175 years old when she met Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj. Now just imagine her age at that point of time. So she did benti to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Maharaj, my age is catching up now. Please help me. The first question he asked is, I don't have a son. So apparently at that point of time, in order for you to go to heavens, you need a son apparently. But then she said, am I going to go to heaven? And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj said, no, you don't need to because you have done so much of seva, and those people who have done seva, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਫਿਰ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ 'ਚ ਹੈ. And the second benti she did was, Maharaj, am I going to be remembered here? And Maharaj Ji then gave the shabad, Naam Rahyo, Sadhu Rahyo, Rahyo Guru Gobind. Basically means that whoever has remembered Vaheguru Ji have done seva, they will be remembered throughout the time. So it's interesting that this very place, today when we come here, we remember Mata Jasi Ji, and the langar that's prepared is also on the name of Mata Jasi Ji and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. So this is the Updesh Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, the bachan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj towards Mata Jasi Ji. And Sangat Ji, if you look over here, they've preserved this well really well, right? They've covered this well. The only reason they cover it is because Sangat come here, right, and out of love, they would throw something in here, for example, flour or something like that, right? Money, coins. So the Sangat here, the management here thought that to preserve the water in this well, they've covered it, and anyone who wants to drink the jal from here, there's a counter over here where you can actually drink the jal. Yeah, let me just give you a go. Up, it's cold and it's good. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ, ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਕਰੋ. ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਦਾ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਵੀ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਦਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਛੋਟੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾ ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਓ ਇੱਥੇ.
ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਘੱਟ 300-400 ਬੱਚਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ.
ਅੱਛਾ ਕੈਂਪ ਜੇ
ਕੈਂਪ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਮਤਲਬ ਕੈਂਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. ਕੈਂਪ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ.
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ 1 ਮਹੀਨਾ ਸਵਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਛੁੱਟੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹੀਦਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਮਿਆਂ ਚਾਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲੇ 8 ਦਿਨ ਲਾਏ ਆਓ.
ਅੱਛਾ,
ਬਾਅਦ ਵਾਲੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਲਾਓ ਆ ਕੇ.
ਕੀ ਬਾਤ, ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ.
ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਫਾਸਟ ਫੂਡ ਲੰਗਰ ਜਿਹੋ ਬੱਚਾ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ,
ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਗਣ ਜੀ.
ਸਾਡੀ ਨਾ ਭਾਜੀ
ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਾਤਾਵਰਨ ਉਤਰਾ ਹੀ ਆ. ਹਾਂ ਸੇਮ ਹੀ ਆ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ. ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੰਗਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਖਾਣਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪੇ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਬਜ਼ੀ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਜਾਂ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਬਣਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ.
ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ.
ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਇਹ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਨ ਡਿਆ, ਵਿਦਿਆਲੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੀ ਆਇਆ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਮਾੜਾ ਕਰਦਾ. 7 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ.
ਅੱਛਾ,
ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਟਿਕਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ.
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ.
ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਤਾਬਿਆ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ,
ਪਾਠ ਕਰਨ ਡਿਆ ਨਾ. ਹਾਂ, ਪਾਠ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾ.
ਹਾਂ, 9 ਸਾਲ 10 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਟਿਕਿਆ ਨੂੰ. ਤਨਖਾਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਬੜੀ ਹੈ. ਦੁਨੀਆ ਜਾਣਨ ਲੱਗ ਪਈ ਜੀ.
ਗੱਲ ਸਹੀ ਹੈ.
ਪੈਸਾ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੇ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੈ, ਤਰੀਕਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ.
ਇੱਥੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਵਾਲੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ. I was just asking Gani ji, like, you know, how much sangat comes here and how is the sangat here, and he goes like, people speak Hindi here. 99% of them speak Hindi, or 95%. Majority of them speak in Hindi. So we're just having some discussion, like maybe if they can do prachar in Hindi as well. I think he will, because he's a very nice guy. Yeah. I think he will do a good job.
Definitely. And he was saying about in the breaks, they felt like about just over a month when the kids had their shukriya, about 300-400 kids come here daily.
Yeah, man.
To learn daily, 300 to 400 kids every single day.
It's well, we call it camp.
Well, he looked down and he's like, it's not a camp, it's more than a camp, innit? It's like lagatar every single day. Kids learning, they get langar, they get some nice food as also as incentive. So it's really nice, man. Guru Kirpa.
And I think the most interesting thing is the sevadaras that are here, like they stay at this place for a very long time. 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, right? And they don't have this thing of lalchi. I don't feel it as well.
No.
I didn't have any of that hin ke lalach bandava.
He said the money is little, but the Guru's Kirpa is so much. So that was beautiful of him. So it was great. He spoke about some of the Puratan Swaroops they have. They have a Swaroop of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Hath Likat. That was, the seva was started in 1730 and was finished in 1735. They have a Dasam Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji Swaroop Hath Likat Puratan Swaroop.
Patthar shop.
They have a one that's, how do you say in English, like a printed Swaroop, right? One of the oldest ones. When the
printed Swaroops that
came around at that time. And then also a small Swaroop of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, which is an inch by an inch. From World War I, they have that Swaroop as well. And they said that if anyone wants to have darshan on Guru Sahib Ji's Prakash Purab Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, they bless the Sangat with darshan, doing prakash of all the swoops. But if somebody was darshan in general, then as long as it's not a busy time and you give them like a day or two's notice, then they do prakash of the swoops as well, so anyone can have darshan. So when we were on the way here, Karun's like, oh, I'm never going to come back to this area again in my life. And we were like, don't speak to, whoa, they're loud. And we said, don't speak so soon. Now we have to come back because it'd be nice to have darshan of these Pradhan Swaroops that they have. And a great connection, a lot of pyar here, and it's the same thing again, right? When we go outside of Punjab and we come to these areas, rural areas, or these areas where there's not much Sangat, there might not be much Sangat, there might not be much
money or whatever,
but there's a lot of pyar and there's a lot of kirpa. Like you said, there's not a lot of Sikh here, but there's a lot of Sikhi here. Because he first said there's not much Sikhi, he goes, no. There's enough Sikhi, but there's not enough Sikh, but there's a lot of kirpa. So very chardikla he was as well. So it's very beautiful piece what you're saying earlier in terms of Pashaji coming to have darshan. And I saw in the board, it's really beautiful how they said that at that time Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, there was like this saying going around along those lines that if somebody yearns for the Guru's darshan, the Guru blessed him with the darshan. So like this, we didn't actually go there. It was at Chacha Phaggu Malji's Asthan, right? Because it would have been like a 10-hour journey there and back. And we weren't in Patna Sahib for that long. It's about 5-hour drive, like they said, 6-hour drive from Patna Sahib to their Asthan. And there's in the Shani, I think they built a manji for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So there was this thing going around at the time that whoever asks for yearns for the Guru's darshan, the Guru will give them darshan. So she had this yearning for the Guru's darshan, and Guru said he blessed them with their darshan. Paisa was just saying we were going in the car as well, that Aji when Guru Tegh Bahadur became the Guru, everybody heard about this bachan ki whoever yearns for Guru Sahib's darshan, then Guru Sahib blesses them with it. And the horse is really beautiful, because I've read a bit of a different source, and the only reason I'm sharing this just to show that the essence is the same, but it's just to show that sometimes there might be a little bit of differences, and in case somebody gets confused if they've heard a little bit differently. But I think it's still beautiful, and that is the fact that it is written that Bhai Jasi Ji was a Sikh of the Gurus, and that she'd had darshan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. So again, the point is that she'd been a Sikh for a very long time. She's very old, and that's when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji again came to see her, like Bhai Balwinder Singh Ji mentioned earlier, and she yearned for Guru Sahib's darshan. And the way it's written there is that Mata Jasi, because she was so old, she yearned for darshan. Nobody took Mata Ji to have darshan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. She yearned for that for so long, and for that reason Guru Sahib Ji came to see her. So she was unable to go and see the Guru. No one would take her to the Guru. So Guru Sahib Ji came to see her, and that is really beautiful when we think about that. And we can see that ourselves in our small ways, that we may think to ourselves that, like, how is this even possible? And we've seen that so many times on that trip over the past 20 days, that how is this even possible? Like even that time when our tyre popped, it sounds like it's the most silliest example, but we laughed at the time because it was a car place and there was no tension, right? Car was fixed in 20 minutes. But if that was like 5 days earlier when we was in the middle of the fields, the gilli mitti, we'd be so upset, so annoyed and so frustrated, so stressed. But even there, in that situation, nobody could have probably helped us in that situation. But we are lucky that people helped us. Guru Sahib is looking over us for the whole trip, right? So, we've been able to experience that on a very small level, and I'm sure people that are watching this have had those experiences. But I do feel, and I keep saying it again and again, and Guru Kirpa Karne remains this, but whenever we come to India with Guru Sahib Ji's beyond Kirpa, we always got the Guru with us, especially when we come for the Guru's seva, the Guru's works, where they come, like we saw earlier when Paisa was talking about Harakam Karavan Ayaram, that whenever we come to do the work of Vaheguru Ji takes care of that work for us, basically. So it was really beautiful. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji came, blessed Mata Ji, and Guru Sahib Ji knocked on the door, and Mata Ji said, "Kaun hai? Who's at the door?" And at that time Mata Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur said that the person that you've been remembering day and night, din raat, the one that you've been yearning for, that person's at the door. And that's when I think it was either Bhai Dayala Ji, I think it was written, they said, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji has come to give you that darshan. And she was so happy that she got up and she welcomed Guru Sahib Ji into her home, and she was so upset because she was so old now that her eyesight had gone. You know, like we read in Slomanova, Siddhakampi or Pagadagamaga, Nana Jyotahin, that she lost her vision basically. And she was so upset because she wanted to have Guru Sahib Ji's darshan one more time. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji said to her, ke, say Vaheguru Ji's name. Ke Vaheguru Akho. When she said Vaheguru at that time, then her eyesight came back. And she was blessed to have the darshan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So, yeah, it's such a beautiful Sakhi, and these little intricate details. It doesn't really matter. The tat is there, the essence is there. And this is what we shouldn't get caught up in the nitty gritty when people say, oh, your version's wrong, my version's correct, all this kind of stuff. What is the tat? What is the essence of what the Sakhi is teaching you? Because in all these different Sakhi that we read, unless someone really tries to change it, what is the essence of what the Itihas is teaching us? Is joining us to the Guru, is joining us to Gurbani, and it is about the love that we have, right? The love that we have for the Guru. It was really beautiful to see that, the prem. And now we go to the last asthan, Guru Ka Taal, before Guru Sahib Ji goes to Delhi. So let's find out. It's very nice, man. Very nice stuff. One other thing the Gyani Singh also said, which was very nice, just to give just a little bit of detail, clear things up. Guru Gobind Sahib Ji didn't actually come and stay here. What actually happened is that when Guru Sahib Ji left Gwalior, the famous Sakhi of Bandi Chhod, Diwali, Deep Mala, Guru Sahib Ji from Gwalior, when they went back towards Punjab, they actually came past this area. Mata Ji was blessed with the darshan as well. So I thought that was nice. And look at that, it's just joining dots of Itihas together. How blessed was she, according to this Itihas, that she had darshan the first Guru up to the 9th Guru. And within that she had darshan of Bhai Gurdwara Sis, who is a great Sikh scholar. Remember, we went to Bhai Gurdwara Sis Asthan in Varanasi, in Kanchi, there as well. And that was an amazing experience. And yeah, Guru Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji came past this place on their way back from Gwalior, and they blessed Mata Ji with their darshan as well. Thought we just add that in, that little small piece of information as well. Now come to this asthan, the final asthan that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji stopped off at before they went towards Delhi. Guru Ka Taal, Gurdwara Sahib, this Gurdwara Sahib, and this is actually where Guru Sahib Ji was imprisoned for about 9 days, you could say. So how does it the house go? Who is Guru Sahib Ji coming to see at this place?
So from my Kathan, Sadhguru Ji then comes here. There was a guy by the name of Hassan Ali. Right? Hassan Ali Khan. So he used to herd goats. Interesting enough, again, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj comes here because he has done an ardas before. That Maharaj, I'm poor, but I need to get my daughter married and I need the money. And because of that ardas he's done before, and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj now comes here to do par upakar. And par upakar to Hassan Ali in a very interesting way, I would say.
100%, because he was completely poor at that time. He had no money. Like Pastor just said, wanted to get the daughter married, was unable to. And there was a price on the Guru's head, right? In terms of whoever can find Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they're going to get paid a lot of money. So his benti was, because it was that Guru Sahib, I'm too old, I can't find you. If you come to me along those lines, then I'll be able to make you bodyguard, and then you'll be able to arrest it, and I'll get the money, my Garibi can go away. That was his ardas at the time to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And then Guru Sahib Ji came.
Of course, Guru Sahib then came here, and then he didn't know who Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj was. Right? He hasn't seen Maharaj before, right? And when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj comes and sits at the Taal, Maharaj then gives him. He first asks, okay, who are you? Maharaj Ji say, what do you want? And he goes, nothing. And Maharaj Ji then Antarjami Maharaj Ji then knows what needs to be done. Maharaj Ji then gives him a shawl, a very expensive shawl of Maharaj Ji, and also a gutta, right? Ring, right? And Maharaj Ji says, go to the Shahar, the city, and get this sold and bring the money back, right?
Was this to buy food as well?
Yeah, to buy food as well. It's just more of a bahana, right? Because that way what happens is when Hassan Ali goes to the city to sell the ring, and the people looked at him, those people who were looking at him like, who are you? And where did you get this ring from? He's like, someone gave it to me. And they were very suspicious on how he got hold of this ring. They caught him, captain, and then they started interrogating him like, "Kitthon liya, where you got it from, etc., etc." And that's how they actually got to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj.
For a poor person to be carrying an expensive ring doesn't make any sense. And even when they explained the ring, they said, "But what about the shawl?" So it didn't make sense.
Too obvious, right?
Yeah. So they basically told, or you could say how we say, like, snitched on them, and then they took the shepherd with Hassan Ali Khan with them to find Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and that's when they imprisoned Guru Sahib Ji, and it was at this place, right?
This very place.
9 days Guru Sahib Ji was imprisoned here at this time, which is, I saw you sat down in there. The vibes is very powerful.
Yeah, I was telling to Karamveer as well, even upstairs, right? Wherever Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji goes, I think there's a vacuum there that you can feel, right? For some reason, even the fans are on, but you can't hear the sound of the fans. It's such a place. I don't know how to explain to you in words, but that's how you feel. Okay, Maharaj Ji,
I just feel like you want to sit there, Anji.
the attraction of Maharaj Ji Bhakti hai.
And that's when the soldiers were called to arrest Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Aurangzeb was afraid, so he sent even more soldiers. I can't remember the number, it's over 10,000 soldiers came to arrest Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji because they had this fear. Because remember, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Pita Ji, Shewe Pacha Ji, Guru Gobind Sahib Ji, they saved the 52 kings at that time, and those 52 kings, they were from around this region as well. So Aurangzeb was afraid that if I said I think it's 400 soldiers, maybe 600 soldiers, so they sent another 10,000, 12,000 soldiers to accompany Guru Sahib Ji to Delhi at that time. So yeah, this is at the house.
Well, there were 5 Sikhs as well with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj at that point of time, and they went together with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji,
To Delhi.
to Delhi.
And now we're gonna head back to Delhi and do that final journey when Guru Sahib Ji goes towards Chandni Chowk, Delhi. What are the Sakya that come at that time? How was Guru Sahib Ji tested in multiple ways? And how did Guru Sahib Ji respond to those tests? When they tried to make Guru Sahib Ji eat certain types of food, when they spoke to Aurangzeb and what they said to Aurangzeb at that time, if I remember correctly, it's written, Guru Sahib Ji asks, what is your mission? And Aurangzeb says, Saba Jaga Musliman kar dena, that my aim is to turn the whole of this world for making them follow the Islamic faith. What Guru Sahib Ji says gives the prophecy of the Khalsa, you can say as well. And then the tortures of the three Guru Sikhs, Bhai Mati Das Ji, Bhai Sati Das Ji, Bhai Dayala Ji, all the way up to Guru Sahib Ji writing the sloks, Slok Mala Nava, and then finally Guru Sahib Ji giving Shaheedi at Chandni Chowk as well. So we got all that to come, and then afterwards at Rakab Ganj Sahib, where the sanskar of their body happens. So yeah, it's a beautiful place to be. There's another few nishani that we can go see. There's a Nim Sahib or something. Oh, cool.
And the coup as well over here.
So we'll go have a look at that, and then we'll head off to Delhi.
Back then, of course, there was no buildings like this, so it was just full of trees. And this very tree over here, this a possibility Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj sat under this as well.
Is that what the Sangat said to you last time you came?
Energy as well. Because this is where Guru Sahib would take the Bani from here.
Or is that the coup?
There's a coup.
Okay, ठीक है.
It was already there. It's just that what they call Maharaji, then when he was here, this is where he would do Ishnan, take the Pani and would rest here as well sometimes.
So from the Gurdwara side, if somebody's walking towards the Gurdwara side, this is on the right hand side. Just walk right and you'll see this is Tan. So yeah, and there's a garden on the other side, right? Should we go have a look at the coup?
That's a huge coup, bro. Huge. Look at that, huh?
Wow. It's dry, innit? It's just like kura at the bottom, innit?
Yep, it's dry. There's nothing here, unfortunately. But look at that, huh? How did they build this? That's the question I have. Bloody hell. So what they have done is they've actually put pasar inside here.
Okay.
That's why it's filled up now.
This is where the like Guru Ka Taal. This is where
Taal.
it was here.
Yes.
But now it's just like Guru Ka Bagh. Basically, innit? If they got rid of it.
Yeah, you can put it that way, yeah. But this is where the Bagh was actually exactly. Remember I told you that Maharaji gave met Hassan Ali. This is the place.
Guru said you met them here.
Yeah, this area. This used to be the garden, you know?
Look how beautiful that sloop is.
Yeah, look at the entrance. That's how the Taal used to look like.
After leaving Gurdwara Guru Ka Taal, we now get back on the road and head back to Delhi. It's been 20 days of travelling and now we finally arrived back at Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib. However, before that, we make a short detour to Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji College where Bhai Balwinder Singh Ji actually delivers a talk, and how blessed were we to meet the Sangat and the students of this college. VG has kindly offered to take us via metro or show us the way. How did you find the food?
I think it was good. They haven't had about Sikh, they don't know about Vaisakhi much or 1978. I think that's important for us to be here. Mara Kripa, I think it's a good thing that we came here. This atmosphere, Mahal, the Darbar Sahib was good as well. Langar was good. People was amazing. So much of Satkar, bro. Thank you so much to the Sangat for having all of this done and inviting me. Prachar is there. Thank you.
I've got my ticket, 30 rupees, nice and cheap. If you know your way around using public transport, you'll save way more money than getting taxis. Even when we did the trains and stuff, if you go really far, you'll save time and you'll save money. If you can become a bit savvy in that stuff, otherwise just go get a taxi and it's going to take longer. It's going to cost you more money, right? But what about saving money, right? Because I like to be conducive as well.
How's the train?
It's good.
It's very nice and cold. It's hot outside, isn't it?
Very clean as well.
Yeah. But imagine just going forward in the next couple of years, 5 years, how much more the infrastructure we built for people to just travel more easier via public transport, right? Like when we were doing the travels in the east, the trains helped so much, innit?
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. That was good. It's good if you can try and find a travel agent Because if you leave it too late, then the tickets go up and you're not guaranteed a seat. So book things in advance. The hard thing for us is that we don't always know what we're doing every day. If things take longer, so it's a bit okay. Evidence, 30 rupees.
So far it's been good, to be honest. बहुत बढ़िया लग गया.
I met some Sangat on the train as well. Small world.
What a small world.
So you know, it was quick. We're already here at Chandni Chowk. I think it's not long of a walk now.
Now we have to go to gate number 5.
Huh? Another train?
No. Exit. Gate number 5, yeah.
We've come out of the train station or the subway and we've come into the market area. It is packed, right? This is like a South of Broadway on a Sunday afternoon, times 10. Oh look, there's a Gurka right there. Can you see it from here? Oh, Bhai Guru. So it's the picking up at the house from Agra when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji meets Hassan Ali Khan and they allow for themselves to be arrested. And they say to Hassan Ali Khan that, look, there's nothing for you to worry about because what we covered last time, that he needed the money because he was in law Garibi to marry off his daughter. And after Guru Sahib Ji being caught, he said to Guru Sahib Ji that I've done such a sin that because of me you've been caught and now you're going to be in prison. And Guru Sahib Ji said at that time that nobody can imprison me, right? That yeah, physically I might be in a prison, but they're not really in prison, which you'll find out in just a minute or two. What happens now is that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is arrested. Like we said, Aurangzeb is afraid. Wherever soldiers are there, 400-500 soldiers, Aurangzeb sends another 12,000 soldiers to come and arrest Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and bring them towards Delhi. When Guru Sahib Ji reaches this area, there's an Haveli, there's a place where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is taken, which is haunted by a ghost. And they say whoever goes there, that person is so afraid and they end up dying from the ghost. Or out of fear, wherever they want to happen to the individual, that happens, right? So when Guru Sahib Ji goes there, that night, when it goes dark, then the ghost shows itself to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Very interestingly, the ghost doesn't try to attack the Guru. The ghost actually falls in Guru Sahib Ji's feet. And there's Beinti ke, in my previous life, I'd done so much pop and I'd fought with my brothers. If I remember correctly, it was over land. It was over the Jameen, it was over the property, and he came back as a ghost. So like the Shabad of Bhagat Tirlochan Ji, the Antakal, Jo Mandir Simra hai, along those lines, they come back as a Pret. They come back as a Pret June. So for that reason, he came back as a ghost. So now he's come to Guru Sahib, he's asking for mukti, and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji sends them into the bazaar. So you can imagine something crazy like this. The ghost goes there and they buy different items for Guru Sahib Ji. And one of those things is a sugar cane, right? And Guru Sahib Ji eats the sugar cane and then they chuck. They give some of the sugar cane to him. So now it's become
Seed Prasad.
Seed Prasad. We don't say it's their jute. Why? It's their prasad. Why? It's their blessings. It's the food that the Guru's eaten. And when the ghost eats it, what happens to the ghost?
Because he gets liberated, of course.
Gets mukti. And what happens do you know what happens to the rest of the seed prasad? Guru Sahib chucks out the window.
Yeah, and I think some of the Guru Sikhs as well, Bhai
Mati Das Ji has it.
He has it as well.
And when Bhai Mati Das Ji has the seed prasad, they say that they feel there's so much shakti, so much power, that Bhai Mati Das Ji is like, you know what, I could destroy everything. Right? And they come to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, I think it was the next day or at that time, depending on the source that you read. And they said to Guru Sahib Ji, okay, Guru Sahib Ji, give me Agya and I'll get Delhi and things Lahore and I'll clap my hands together and destroy both of them. And then Guru Sahib Ji says to Bhai Mati Das Ji, okay, where did you get this Shakti from? And they say, Guru Sahib Ji from having a Seed Prasad. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji tells Bhai Mati Das Ji to do Matha Tek.
Bhai Mati Das Ji matha takes to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. When he stands up, Guru Sahib Ji grabs them by the right arm on this side. And what happens then, all the Shakti comes out of Bhai Mati Das Ji, and Guru Sahib says, go on then, do it. And Bhai Mati Das Ji tries, but of course the Shakti has been taken away. And that's when Guru Sahib Ji says that in Sikhi the Siddhant is, Nako beri nahi begana, sagala sang hamko banai. That we have no enemies, no one is foreign to us, and this isn't the way to do things, just to live in Vaheguru Ji's hukam. And that is what Guru Sahib Ji gives his upadesh to Bhai Mati Das Ji at that time. What happens next is that Aurangzeb calls Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji into their court, and they have 14, he has the 14 of his best men, like the priests, and they sit Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji on a chonki. They sit them on, like you can say, like a manji, a type of seat, which is actually higher than Aurangzeb's seat. And what happens is that they try this, where they say to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, now look, we've shown you so much respect. We don't show nobody else the type of respect in Hindustan. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to convert Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. Well, they're trying to use their techniques to convert Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And they say that their aim, or this is Aurangzeb's aim, we said it last time, Saba Jaga Musliman Kar De. Now we're going to make the whole world become one. That wherever you look, you'll only see the Islamic faith, right? And they say the reason why Aurangzeb is doing this is to stop all types of dispute and chagara and laraya that are taking place. Because in his mind, he's saying that you have the Hindus, you have the Sikh, you have all these other faiths, and there's so much confusion, there's so much clashing taking place. And what does Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji say? They say that even in your own faith of Islam, even if everybody was to become a Muslim, within your own faith there's 72 different types of Muslims. There's the Sunnis and there's the Shias. Within those there's disputes. So you want to make everybody want to reduce or stop any type of dispute and confusion, because even within your own Dharam there's so much confusion as well. And when they say to Aurangzeb, he doesn't know what to say back to the Guru, and look how fearless the Guru is. Right, in this situation, Guru Sahib Ji has no fear. There you go, the Guru is not afraid, and they don't give fear to anyone. And this is the Upadesh. Guru Sahib Ji sitting in this area, Chandni Chowk, they're sitting in front of Guru Sahib Ji. Was it at Lal Killa?
Lal Killa, that's where they, what they call, he gave the fatwa to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji.
To Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and Guru Sahib Ji showing that they're not afraid. This is where we know that there's no difference between Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji or Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji stood up to Babur, said, Babur, you're Jabbar, you're like a butcher. Now Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji saying to Aurangzeb, okay, yeah, you want to convert all of Hindustan to Islam, but look at your own faith. Look at the, within your own faith, there's so much dubada, there's so much duality, there's even chagara within your own faith. So converting everyone to one faith isn't going to solve that issue. So we've come now to Chandni Chowk, we've come into Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, and the itihas is very long. So continue the itihas of what happens next. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji silences Aurangzeb and his men, and Aurangzeb is filled with so much anger. And at that time he says to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj that the Hindus, they wear the janeu, they have the tilak, there's different Ishanya, but you have none of them. So you don't even accept these things yourself, so why are you trying to protect the Hindu faith? Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji makes a really good point here. He said that we're not here to protect a faith in that respect, we're here to protect Dharam. That is our duty, and this comes again and again in Gurbani, right?
Yes. So Maharaj Ji then says in Gurbani, Guru Gobind Singh Ji ke Dharam Chalavan Sant Ubaran Dusht Saban ko Mool Uparan. Basically means ke Dharam Chalavan, where Maharaj Ji wants to make sure that this Dharam, this righteousness here, Sant Ubaran basically means saving the saints. Dusht Saban ko Mool Uparan. And to remove or uproot the tyrants from this place.
Hanji, and in more detail, Guru Sahib says, Aham eh kaj
Jagat moy aaye.
Dharam het Gurudev pathai. I've come for this reason of Dharam. So Guru Sahib is saying to Aurangzeb that whether that person is a Hindu, even if it was a Muslim, when it comes to Dharam, that is the main reason why Guru Sahib is here, is to maintain righteousness. And again, Aurangzeb doesn't know what to say to this, he goes quiet. What happens next is that Aurangzeb and his men, they're caught by Mati Das Ji. This asthan behind us is the asthan where Bhai Mati Das Ji, Bhai Sati Das Ji and Bhai Dayala Ji, they gave their Shaheedi. So they called Bhai Mati Das Ji forward. And what was the three things they said to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji? They gave them three options, right?
Yeah, so the options were to change your religion, convert your religion. Second option was to show a miracle.
Yep.
Right, that's why, because Aurangzeb likes seeing miracles.
Yep.
And the third one is if you don't accept the first two, then prepare to be martyred.
Hanji, and after the conversation Bhai Mati Das Ji had with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji about destroying Delhi, destroying Lahore, when they'd heard about this, the guards, they were scared, they came to Aurangzeb, and then they questioned Bhai Mati Das Ji, and he gave these three options again. And Bhai Mati Das Ji said, look, I can't show a miracle because Guru Sahib Ji told me earlier, I can't do none of that, right? And they said, when it comes to accepting Islam, I'm never going to do that. They go, I love my dharam 1,000 more times than I love my own life, or even more, right? So they said, for that reason, it's going to have to be death, that they accept death. And what was the punishment that was given to Bhai Mati Das Ji?
Bhai Mati Das Ji then was sought.
They were going to be sawn in half. That was the fatwa that they were given. And interestingly, when the saw was brought for the order, Bhai Mati Das Ji laughed. And they said to them that your order is not thick, it's not
You're not sharp.
it's not sharp enough, right? They say, you go and sharpen your saw and I'll sharpen my mind, right? And at that time, they said that, chalo, we're going to use reta, we're going to use sand to sharpen our saw. What are you going to use to sharpen your mind? And they said, I'm going to use Japji Sada part, and Japji Sada part to sharpen my mind as well. And that is what happens then, is that they get Bhai Mati Das Ji here, where we are standing behind us at this area with the Nishan Sahib is, there's a Nishani here.
Yeah, in this area here.
In this chong, and Bhai Mati Das Ji is put between two, you could say like pillars, pieces of wood. They say Mati Das ko keen balavan. Do takte mehe karyo bindavan. They took Bhai Mati Das Ji, they called them and they put them between these two pillars, and they say Hukma Jaladina tabahe ochara le ara siri parate satara. That the Jalad at that time, the executioner said, get the ara, get the saw and put it on their head and start sawing them in half. When this happens, they say that they start sawing their head arda chare so dara. That they start sawing back and forward by Mati Das Ji's body. By Mati Das Ji, when the ara touches their head, they start to do Japji Sada part. When they get to a Sang Jap, a Sang Pao, a Sang Puja, a Sang Tap Tao, both parts of Bhai Mati Das Ji's body are reading Japji Sada part, even though they've fallen to the ground. And at that time, where was Bhai Mati Das Ji facing?
Bhai Mati Das Ji made it very clear, right? So when they were going to Shaheed kar him, martyr him, that was the last request that they asked him, request for whatever you want for the last time. And he asked for that one request, is that my face should be towards my Guru when I'm going to be Shaheed. Now, it's so interesting that that's where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj would sit, and over here, Bhai Mati Das Ji and the other two Guru Sikhs would look towards the Guru, and they were then martyred accordingly.
Yes, and as Bhai Sahib Ji was saying, what happens then, dono tanate jap ji padhe, here the sabko acharya badhe. That from both parts of Bhai Mati Das Ji's body, Japji Sahib is happening, and everybody is shocked. Wow. And they're saying, hoy do khandna jivat koi. The son becomes two, they cannot live anymore.
It's impossible, like it's impossible.
Of course, and it's but these two parts of their body are reading Japji Sahib as if they are one. And then they say, Pog pai kar don ho tanate, gur par pahunchyo premi manate. That when they finish Japji Sahib part, they said that Bhai Mati Das Ji ascends to Sachkhand, and it's written also that they do an ardas to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji when they give Shaheedi at that time. That is the Shaheedi of Bhai Mati Das Ji. Who gives Shaheedi next?
The next one is Bhai Dayala Ji, right? So Bhai Dayala Ji was then put into a cauldron and he was boiled. Just imagine this, right? You're boiling potato, and when you boil it, the skin of the potato quickly or slowly peels off, right? So accordingly as well, Bhai Dayala Ji, when he was put in the hot cauldron, mind you, the water was not hot yet, but he was boiled together with him. So he would feel the difference of being cold and then being boiled alive. And again, Guru Sikh Bhai Dayala Ji was actually reading Sukhmi Sahib da part. Yeah. The third one was Bhai Sati Das Ji. Bhai Sati Das Ji was burned alive. There was cotton put around Bhai Sati Das Ji.
Tied to a pole as well?
Yeah, tied to a pole. There was cotton that was put around him and was burned alive. And Bhai Sati Das Ji would be doing Simran. This is interesting, right, Sukhdeep? So Aurangzeb asked these Guru Sikhs to show miracles. What's the biggest miracle as compared to this, right? Gurbani coming out from two bodies, right? This one body, but these two pieces of this body. Now Bhai Dayala Ji being boiled alive. No ha, no hu, there's no scream at all. Bhai Sati Das Ji as well. What can be a bigger miracle as compared to this?
Guru. Keeping their dharam and living in Vaheguruji's hukam. There's no greater miracle than that, right? And that is at the heart of this asthan here, in the memory of Bhai Mati Das Ji, Bhai Dayala Ji and Bhai Sati Das Ji. And then let's see what happens with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. What is Guru Sahib Ji's reaction and what does Guru Sahib Ji do after this? So also Bhai Sahib, there were two other Guru Sikhs that were there. There was Bhai Udo Ji and there was Bhai Sahib Chand Ji. What happened to these two Guru Sikhs when they saw the Shaheedi of the three Guru Sikhs?
So these Guru Sikhs then asked Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj before they came here, Maharaj, are we going to give Shaheedi? And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj said yes, but it's up to you if you want to stay or if you want to go back to your pen. And these two Guru Sikhs opted to go back to the pen.
Hanji, and then there was Bhai Gurdwara Ji who comes later on in the Shaheedi.
Yes.
And what happened to them?
So Bhai Gurdwara Ji was from the Ans Bans of Baba Buddha Ji. What happens is when he came here and he saw this whole scene of Guru Sahib being Shaheed and the three other Guru Sikhs as well. So he told himself, I'm not going to go back, I'm going to leave my body. And that's where 5 miles from here, there's a stone of Baba Buddha Ji. He went there and he left his body.
After the Shaheedi of the three Guru Sikhs take place, Sidi Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji, which you never mentioned before, at this Sistane Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, they're watching everything that's taking place, like Bhai Sahib Ji alluded to as well. And Guru Sahib Ji was in an iron cage. So Aurangzeb put Guru Sahib Ji in this cage because they're afraid of the Shakti of Guru Sahib Ji, hence why they use iron, because it's said to, protect people from such powers, right? What happens then is that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib, they actually sent a messenger to Delhi to ask Guru Sahib Ji, how are they, what is their state, because the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib are so worried. At that time, Guru Sahib Ji sends letters back to the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib, or sends a letter with many messages in there, and that is a famous prayer that we know of, right?
Yep. That letter was basically Slok Mahla Nawa, which we read usually during the Pog of any of Sahaj part or Akhand part. It's the last few angs in Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Hanji, and that Bani, the first 49 sloks that take place at that time, that come, therefore the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib. So from Gunu Gobind Gayo Nahi, Jarma Akar Takin, Kohanan Khar Pajmana, Jehebe the Jalako mean these different sloks, these different messages were given to the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib. So those are the first 49 sloks, and they say the 50th and the 51st slok that come, which is Rama Gayo, Ravana Gayo, Jako Boho Parivar, and Chinta Taki Kijiye Jo Anahoni Hoy. These two sloks that come in 50 and 51, those who it for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Mata Ji, Mata Nanak Ji, they say, look, everyone has to go. Ram when, Ravana when, or when it comes to Chinta, anxiety, that person who has faith in what is uncertain, of course they're going to get anxiety.
Yeah.
So those two went to Mata Nanak Ji, and then the 52nd one was from Mata Gujri Ji. And Guru Sahib says, Jo pa jo so binasa hai, paro aaj ke ka, that whatever is made today, it will be destroyed tomorrow or the day after, or whenever that is. So Guru Sahib was giving this updesh to their family. And then the Dohara, or we said the 53rd slok, that comes, the first Dohara, was to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru Gobind Ji, where they say ke bal bandana pare, kachu na ho to paye.
It's interesting, right? In that Dohara, the first one, Maharaj is literally trying to park Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj to see if Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj themselves were prepared to take up the next leadership or to become the next Guru, right? And the Maharaj says ke balo chutukyo bandan pare, kachu na ho to paye. Nanak ab od har gaj jo ho sahay. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj replies, bal hoa bandan chute sab kich ho to paye, Nanak sab kich tumre haath mein tum hi ho sahay. Yeah, and it's interesting how Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj showed their maturity in this whole situation. Maharaj is saying to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj that you have the strength because you are the Jot of Vaheguru Ji Maharaj.
Vaheguru. And that is so beautiful, that, like Pastor said, is a test where Guru Sahib is saying that I've lost all my strength. And my only support now is Vaheguru. And then the art that comes from that is that Hindustan has lost all its strength. Bal chutkyo bandana pare, kachina hota. Who's going to save these people? Koho Nanak ab ota hara. Gaj jo ho sahai. They're saying, ke hey Guru Gobind Ji, only you can help them now. That's at the moment Triv Art. And then this letter, this 53 different couplets is sent to Anandpur Sahib. And one of the, I think it's like the Ardasiya Sikh at that time, they read this out, told the Sangat, and everybody is so quiet, is so shocked. They don't know what to say. Look at these Virag-made words of the Guru, for there's so much detachment. The first thing the Guru says to everyone is that if you do not remember Vaheguru Ji, then life is useless. The Guru is sitting in the prison and all they think about is Vaheguru Ji. When they read these letters, that's when Guru Gobind Ji writes the letter back to their father, Bal hoa, बंधन छुटे सब किच हो तो पाए नानक सब किच तुम्हारे हाथ में तुम ही हो तो सहाय. That you know when you give the Shaheedi Pitaji, then all the shackles of Hindustan will be broken, all the people will be freed. Nanak sab kichhe tumhare haath mein. Everything is in your hands Pitaji. Because of you everybody will be saved. Like you said, they passed that test and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji gets so pleased, and what they do is that they send a letter back with the free last sloks sang sabataj gaye ko na nibiho saath, that everybody's left me but only Vaheguru Ji is my support. Naam rahiyo, sadhu rahiyo Guru Gobind, Naam remained, the sadhu sons remained, and you will remain. And then last one, Ram Naam Urame Gahiyo, Ja Ke Sam Nahi Koi. That when somebody has Vaheguru Ji's name inside their heart, there's nothing equal to that. Jeh Simrat Sangat Mite Darsato Haro Hoy. That when somebody remembers Vaheguru Ji, all their problems, all their worries are taken away. So these were the messages that Guru Sahib sent back, and the Gurta Gaddi was passed on to Guru Gobind Ji at that time.
Anji. And that's why Ram Koyer, at the age of 3 years old, if I'm not mistaken, he gave the Guru Gaddi to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj back in Anandpur Sahib.
Why Guru? And that's when the Gurta Gaddi is passed on.
That's a picture of Baba Ram Koyer Ji.
We can put that on the screen.
Yeah, will be very cute.
So then what happens is that Guru Sahib is passing the Gurta Gaddi. When this messenger, I read recently, it's very interesting. When the messenger is coming back with these last saloks, and they're going to give the Gurta Gaddi with the items, they said it's a Nariya Panch Paisa, they said it's even a Saropa that was given as well, to Guru Gobind Ji in Sri Anandpur Sahib. Guru Gobind Singh Ji has sent Bhai Jaita Ji to go to Delhi. So they said the two messengers actually crossed paths on the way, one coming back to Anandpur Sahib, one going to Delhi, and the Bhai Jaita Ji comes to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and he says, hey Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the Ichha of the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib is to have darshan of your chehra, of your cease one more time, to be able to see you. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji gives the bachan that I'm going to give Shaheedi, they're going to attempt to behead me, and then you are to take my cease back to Anandpur Sahib to give the Sangat darshan of my cease one more time. And that is exactly what happens when Bhai Jaita Ji is going to do that seva. And the Guru Sahib says that my cease will come into your toli. It will come to you with effortlessly, and then you'll take that cease back, and you won't get tired on the way. All the obstacles will be taken away, and you'll be able to go back to Sri Anandpur Sahib by that time. So if all this happening, Aurangzeb is completely frustrated with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. Everything that's happened, and he actually questions Guru Sahib Ji. What does he say to Guru Sahib Ji?
So he asked Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, why is your name Tegh Bahadur? Now,
What does Tegh Bahadur mean?
Tegh Bahadur means being brave with the sword. Now Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj and says to Aurangzeb, I'll give you this challenge. You get the best executor, you get the best sword, and wrap a paper around the sword, and I'll show you what this means, Tegh Bahadur.
So basically, Guru Sahib Ji issued a challenge to Aurangzeb,
Exactly.
Mughal Raj.
Exactly.
And that is exactly what happens now. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj says that tomorrow we'll put this challenge in front of you, and they're getting all excited, thinking that wow, the Guru's going to show a miracle, going to show karamat. What does Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji do the next morning? We'll find out. Where does Guru Sahib Ji go towards a khu and they're doing Shnan, and then they sit under a tree. So let's go to the exact spot and see what happens. So the next morning, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji does datan, they clean their teeth and they wash their face and they do Shnan at this exact spot here, this khu side, at the Hasik khu, this well where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji comes and does their Shnan. So let's come here and let's have some of the jal that they give to the Sangat. So it's at this area, this is time where Guru Sahib Ji did Ishnan. The Bani was very sweet, right?
Yeah, it's
So
very
best
sweet.
water
Best
we
water
tasted.
so far.
Have all the coups not to discriminate. And now Guru Sahib Ji goes and sits under a tree and then going to do Japji Sada Part. So let's go to the exact spot where Guru Sahib Ji sat in Japji Sada Part, and then afterwards the executioner raises their sword. After 3 weeks of travelling, we have come back to Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, and it's crazy to be back in here after 3 weeks. And now that whole journey that we've undertaken to follow the steps of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji all come to this one moment now. We came, we did Kara Prasadi Deg, the Ardas at the start, for Guru Sahib Ji's blessings for this seva, to partake in it and do our best to do justice in whatever we can. And now we're back, so it's quite emotional when you think about it. You know how far we've come, and Guru Sahib Ji's kept us safe the whole time. They've removed all the obstacles on the way, and now we've 3 weeks later we're back in the same spot. So, there's a lot of gratitude right now for what Guru Sahib Ji's blessed us with for the past 3 weeks. So yeah, let's go. Get a prasadi deg and do our ardas and finish off this this prasang, this sakhi of what takes place when Guru Sahib Ji gives Shaheedi.
Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, 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 Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur.
It was at this place where Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji gave their Shaheedi, where Guru Sahib Ji Prakash is. Underneath there's a Thara Sahib. That's where Guru Sahib Ji was beheaded in Chandni Chowk, Delhi.
Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib.
So after Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji does Ishnan at the Khu Sahib, Guru Sahib Ji then here where Guru Maharaj Ji is Prakash right now, underneath there's a Thara Sahib, right?
Exactly, yeah. This is where the tree used to be here, and Maharaj Ji then sat down under the tree.
And that tree has now been cut and we can see inside on the right. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji sits under this tree. They start Japji Sahib part and they say to the executioner that when I finish Japji Sahib part, I'm going to lower my head, and at that time you can take your blade and you can strike as hard as you can and let's see what happens. And at that moment they strike their blade, it comes down towards the neck of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, but the head of Guru Sahib Ji comes off itself before the blade can touch, right? And how do we know that?
So because remember earlier, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji gave the challenge to the executor, Aurangzeb as well, wrap a paper around the kirpan or the Sri Sahib, and during this time when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj's head was, he came out, right, he was beheaded, and they saw that the Sri Sahib with the paper still intact.
Hanji. So Guru Sahib Ji challenged the Mughal Raj, he challenged Aurangzeb, and Guru Sahib Ji showed what it meant to be Tegh Bahadur. So it's here, this is Taal now, being here for 20 days in India, over 50 years with the horse. And we've traced the footsteps from Guru Sahib Ji's Prakash all the way in Amritsar Sahib, Guru Ki Mahal, Bakala Sahib, Kartarpur Sahib, all the way towards the east. And Guru Sahib Ji, Bangladesh. And now we come here to Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, where Guru Sahib Ji gives Shaheedi. The cease of Guru Sahib Ji falls into the choli of Bhai Jaita Ji, and that journey of their bringing their cease back to Anandpur Sahib starts. And the body of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is taken by another individual who will learn about at Gurdwara Rakab Ganj Sahib. So we're headed over there now for the final part of this vlog. So it's the next day now. Finishing of Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib yesterday. Now we've come to Gurdwara Rakab Ganj Sahib. This asthan is famous for a Guru Sikh known as Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara. They were also a trader very similar to Bhai Makhan Shah Labana. The names are very similar, so people can usually interchange.
Sometimes you hear Bhai Lakhi Shah, for example, but it's Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara. And this is where Bhai Lakhi Shah Ji actually burnt down their own house to cremate the body of Siddhi Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So let's go do darshan of Siddhi Guru Ganj Sahib Ji, check out the asthan, and then we'll go through the history in a bit more detail. So when Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara hears the news that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's body is laying in Chandni Chowk, Delhi, Guru Sahib Ji become Shaheed, he feels this great dukh inside him that nobody has done the seva of Guru Sahib Ji's body. We're going to hear later on what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj has to say, where nobody stood up, the Sikhs, the Hindus and Muslims. How can nobody stood up for what was taking place and put a stop to this injustice that was happening? So Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara put together a plan, right?
Yeah. So the plan was to gather as many bullocks as he can, and it's approximately about 500 of them, apparently they said, or even more, right? So different sources say different. And he gathered all of these bullocks, and his strategy was to have all of these bullocks to run in front of the police station, right, where Maharaji was, the Maharaji's body was. So that's how he got the bullocks to go there. As he was going nearer to the police station, that's when he speed up the bullocks, and then they started,
Causing running, there's a lot of dust and commotion and stuff.
Yes, and that's where everyone's attention went towards the bullocks, right? And Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara and few others took an opportunity to take Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj's body and put it on a cart, and that's how then they came over here.
And how far is it roughly? Obviously, I know it's not the same thing, but from Sis Ganj Sahib to here, how far is it in today's world?
In today's world, based on Google, it's approximately about 10 kilometers.
So they traveled all that way, brought Guru Sahib Ji's body here, and what Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara did, which is very unique, he didn't just make any random funeral pyre.
Not at all.
He took Guru Sahib Ji's body and he put their body inside his home, and then it was a bungalow, right?
It was Bhai Lakhi Shah's bungalow itself, and it said that he gathered sandalwood, ghee, and the proper sanskar of Guru Sahib, how it's done, right? And that's where he did everything here.
And he basically burnt his house down. So he cremated Guru Sahib Ji's body using his home. And the reason for doing that was because Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara knew that if they just lit a funeral pyre, it would draw a lot of attention. They realized after the commotion to stop the warriors, the soldiers, that the Guru's body is missing. And when they saw Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara's home on fire, then it's a bit different to seeing a funeral pyre, right?
Exactly.
Because obviously Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara also didn't want to get caught. And not just getting caught, but if they saw a funeral pyre, they could have stopped that from taking place and stopped Guru Sahib Ji's sanskar from taking place. So Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara actually burnt his whole house down. Didn't take nothing out. We think, okay, I'll take out all
My belongings,
my expensive things, just burn everything down. And that was his Qurbani, that was his devotion to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And today we remember Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj's asthan where their body was cremated. And now we follow the journey of their head in summary, not in much detail, of when Guru Sahib's head comes back to Siddhi Anandpur Sahib. And this is pretty much the end. This is our last Gurdwara, right?
Yes, this is our last Gurdwara.
So
We're heading back after this.
we started from Delhi, Sis Ganj. We came back there last night after 3 weeks. Now we've come to the final asthan here. How do you feel?
I think, to be honest with you, while we were going through that Shaheedi Marg, right, it kept me thinking about the emotions, especially when you look at when Guru Sahib was brought back to Anandpur Sahib, it says that the Sangat, the Masans, everybody was gathered around Guru Sahib's palki because everyone was intrigued to know what has happened. They wanted to have the glimpse or darshan of Guru Sahib. And over time, I was just reliving those moments as much as I can based on my imaginations, right? And that's what I thought, right? It's a bit emotional, right? I think the few places were being emotional, even Sis Ganj yesterday as well.
Yeah.
It's different as compared to you just reading Itihas and you're coming to one place. But if you follow the journey through, right, looking at where Maharaji went, the time span, the whole journey, people that Maharaji met, the bachans that Maharaji have said to the Sangat, I think this will be very close to my heart, to be honest with you, in terms of experience. I'll remember it my whole life.
Right, Guru. And it's such an amazing experience. And definitely yesterday was so emotional. Sis Ganj Sahib, even the Kirtan, they were singing that Shabad as well, which is really beautiful.
Shabad maro fir jivo sadhi ta fir maran na ho.
Can you just translate that quickly?
So Maharaji says that if you live by the Shabad, if you have Shabad, the Guru's wisdom in you, So Shahabad marho fir jeevo sadi, and you will live forever, right? You are basically immortal.
Die in the Shabad, and then you live forever. And that's exactly what we saw with Bhai Sati Das Ji, Bhai Dayala Ji, Bhai Mati Das Ji, and obviously the Guru themselves, right? So again, at every stage from when we came here 3 weeks ago, the Guru was speaking to us, to now we felt like the Guru was, speaking to us still through Guru Bani. And we just hope everybody, takes something from this. Even we met Bhai Sandeep Singh yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was saying to myself that when he watched the first vlog series, he thought, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go look at these asthans as well. So we hope that this year or next year, whenever you watch these videos, that, go on that journey yourself, come to India. Let us know if you need any help. We'll try and support you in terms of giving you advice, tips.
Contacts or whatever.
Yep. So let us know, and hopefully, you guys can do this journey as well. And hopefully, if you guys really do enjoy this, please let us know, because it takes a lot of time, taking out time, coming to another country for nearly a month.
Planning as well.
Planning, logistics, being here is not much sleep, not much food, which is fine. We're not complaining. We're so blessed. But we're only saying this because if you want us to continue doing this seva and doing it next, because Gurdwara Singh was like, yo, let's do the journey of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji cease back to Anandpur Sahib. And we did a little bit, which you'll see after this. But if you want to see the journey of Guru Gobind Singh Ji from their Prakash to when they leave their body in Sri Hazur Samnandir, then let us know. Let us know in the comment section. Let us know via message if you ever see us. And Guru Kirpa Karan, that'll be a longer trip. That's gonna be over a month, right? And there's loads of plans, loads of ideas. We're so blessed. We've made such great connections, and we're just happy to just come out and explore. And for exploring, great things happen, right?
I think this is the best ever thing that has happened in my life.
Guru Kirpa.
So it was great. Just now we saw Bhai Kultar Singh Ji doing Kirtan. They were the son of Bhai Avtar Singh Ji, Ragi. So just to give you a little bit background of who they are, Bhai Kultar Singh and his uncle Swaran Singh, they are from the descendant of Bhai Sadaran Ji, who were from times of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, and their family has been doing Kirtan from the times of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. And it's a great blessing, to be honest with you, listening to your Kirtan live, right? I haven't got the opportunity to listen to Bhai Avtar Singh Ji live, to be honest, but one of the Shabad, the Kirtan used to be played in my room when I was younger. And yeah, it's a great thing that I've been able to meet Bhai Sab earlier as well. There was no one here, it was so quiet, I think this is the least expected. We were just having this discussion how the olden Sikhs have so much of love, and you can feel that love. It's just not merely saying it, how are you, but showing their love as well, giving us hissa. I think that's one of the, it brings me back to my grandparents, right? The olden days Sikhs, that's how they used to be.
This closes the chapter of Tan Tan Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shaheedi in Chandni Chowk, Delhi, Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, and also the cremation of Guru Sahib Ji's body done by Bhai Lakhi Shah Vanjara, burning their own house down to carry out the final rites of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Now, we return to Sri Anandpur Sahib for the final time, tracing the journey of Bhai Jaita Ji briefly as they travel with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji cease from Delhi all the way towards Anandpur Sahib, and we first reach the Asthan in Kirapur Sahib of Gurdwara Sis Sahib, where Bhai Jaita Ji brings the cease of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Guru Gobind Singh Ji in Anandpur Sahib hears the news, and 9-year-old Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj travels with the Sangat of Anandpur Sahib to Kirapur Sahib to receive the cease of their father. Let's check out that Asthan of Gurdwara Sis Sahib right now. After Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shaheedi in Delhi at Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, as Bhai Jaita Ji started to bring Guru Sahib Ji Sis back to city Anandpur Sahib, they actually stopped off here at Kirpur Sahib at this Gurdwara Sahib, Gurdwara Bibangarh Sahib, and this is where the Sangat came. The news was sent by Guru Sahib Ji, by Bhai Jaita Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Sis is here. And then Guru Gobind Singh Ji came with the Sangat. They placed Guru Sahib Ji Sis on a biban, a type similar to like a palki, which is used when people are pass away and they carry the body. And then from here, from this asthan, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji Sis with Guru Gobind Singh Ji and the Sangat went to Anandpur Sahib. From Gurdwara Bibangarh Sahib, Siddhi Guru Gobind Singh Ji and the Sangat receive Guru Sahib Ji Sis and take their Sis back towards Anandpur Sahib, where Mata Gujri Ji and Mata Nanak Ji have darshan of Siddhi Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Sis. Here we pick up the final chapter of this entire vlog series, where the sanskar of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Sis takes place, and also the powerful words of Siddhi Gobind Ji. What do they say to the Sangat when they see the Sis of their father? Check it out right now. So this brings us to the end of this vlog series. We hope you guys enjoyed it, traveling and following the life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, over 50 years of history, covering it in 20 days. What we're doing now is just after Guru Sahib Ji Shaheedi in Delhi at Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib. We know that Bhai Jaita Ji brings the Sis back to Siddhi Anandpur Sahib. They stop off at many places, blessing the Sangat with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's darshan of their Sis. They come to Kirpur Sahib, where Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji goes themselves to, receive the Sis of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and they come here. They come to this asthan, Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, where Mata Nanak Ji, the mother of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, and also Mata Gujri Ji, the wife, they are here and they receive the Sis of Guru Sahib Ji, have darshan, and that is where Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji gives the bachan here at Rakab Ganj Sahib as well.
So just to stop you as well, so there are two Sis Ganj Sahib?
Hanji, so there's Sis Ganj Sahib in Delhi, that is where Guru Sahib Ji's Shaheedi took place. And then there's a Sis Ganj Sahib here, which is where the Antam Sanskar, you could say, happened, or where the Sis was brought of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And here at Gurdwara Rakab Ganj Sahib, which is just opposite Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, the final words that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji's son, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, said at that time, when they looked around and they looked at the Sangat, and they said to Bhai Jaita Ji, they said, Kahe Delhi wali Sikh, Guru te bemukh hoye. That those Sikhs of Delhi, how can they turn their back on the Guru? Kahe nara nara nehe Guru paramanyo. That those that are male and female, why did not say that we are the Sikh of the Guru? Kahe Guru Sikhne ke mandal jahi nahi. That how come none of the Sikhs had any shame in their mind? And they said even the Turks, even the Muslims, how come they couldn't recognize any of the Sikhs at that time? So yahi so bachara Guru mana lina tara abba. The Guru had this vichar in their mind, ke Sikh ko ayodha sab hath pakaraunga. That in the future, remember Guru Gobind Singh is only 9 years old at this time. They said that in the future my Sikhs will carry shastr, sabada sarupa Sikh jati sati hoega o gyani tyani yoda Guru Sikh ko banaunga. That my Sikhs become warriors, they become gyanis and tyanis, they become all these different types of things. And the final thing that Guru Sahib Ji said at that time, just to keep it short, it is Kotana me soba ar dekh parman pave, aso hi anupa rupa Sikh ko sajaunga. They say that my Sikhs will stand out in the millions, tens of millions, and that is the beautiful form I'll give it to the Khalsa. These are the final words that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji gave at that time before the sanskar of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji ceased, when they spoke to Bhai Jaita Ji and to the whole Sangat. So if you guys enjoy this vlog series, you made many mistakes. It was really hard coming out. We traveled, thousands of miles up and down India.
and to Bangladesh from the UK and from Malaysia as well. But we hoped you guys enjoyed it. Again, apologies for all the mistakes made. And hopefully, if you guys did enjoy this and you want to see more of this in the future, then, you know, hopefully, Guru Kirpa Rakhe, we can start vlogging the life of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. That'll be another project that we'd love to do in the future. You know, starting from this point, going in more detail of Guru Sahib Ji's coming back. How did Guru Gobind Singh Ji react to that? What was the life like of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Patna Sahib in more detail, and then following that journey all the to Nanded, where they left their body as well physically. And then other projects in the future, going back to Bangladesh, going to Pakistan, going to Nepal, going to Sri Lanka, these places where Guru's visited, and doing that. So if you enjoyed it, please let us know. And if you'd like to support us getting involved in this seva in the future, we would love that as well. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bhai Sahib. Any final words for the Sangat?
No, I hope you guys enjoy as well. I think we have enjoyed ourselves, learning so much from this whole trip. And I think it's so little that we have done, so much of history. But yeah, we try to, you know, do it as simple as possible, right? And yeah.
And I think this is like 10% of what we could potentially do in the future.
Tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. We've learned so much from this trip. Even just things that logistics took like a month just to organize all the places to go, train tickets, plane tickets, taxis, places to stay. These things add up, they take time, and you know,
Traveling time as well, that's the most, right, over here because of travel.
and staying rested, which we don't do much of as well, right? So again, hopefully in the future we'll do even better with the Guru's blessings and the Sanghat's blessings. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys soon. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰ ਤੇਗ
If you enjoyed this vlog series and want to learn more about the life of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, we've created many resources this year to mark 350 years since the Shaheedi Divas of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Whether that be courses, Katha series, podcast series, books, leaflets, and much more. Links can be found in the description below. This vlog series took over a year to plan, and it was a team effort. If you'd like to see more of this, then leave us a comment in the comment section. Tell us your favorite part, what was your favorite story, and what you'd like to see more of in the future. And of course, please like this video and share this video with your friends and family. Let's get the message of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji out to the entire world. We thank the Sangat for supporting us. We thank Guru Sahib for giving us this opportunity to do this rare seva. And we finish off the series there. Thank you so much, guys. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰ ਤੇਗ 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 ਬਹਾਦਰ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ 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 ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ
ਨਿਹਾਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਭਾਵੇ